Not be how it always happens, but that's just my belief.
Okay. I actually agree. This question is for KC. Why do men talk to women? What is the point? This question was posted by Tyrone from North Carolina.
Is he active?
He is.
Okay, so why do they talk to women in what standpoint? In a sense of talking to women to try to start a relationship, or just talking to women just to have a conversation? What are we talking about?
He said talking to women in general, I just find it really frustrating because they always lead with their emotions and don't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, and that's true, but at the same time, going back to the Bible and everything like that, that man is the stronger vessel. That man is gonna be, in a sense, that lead. And normally, in good cases, how you start off is kind of how you end up. Not to say that that's how it goes all the time, but if you start off leading, you're going to end up leading, because to some degree you're going to get that woman to trust you to actually do that. And even though, yes, there might be emotions and this, that, and the other, when you can see past that, a woman, I believe, will appreciate a man that can lead despite of any shortcomings.
He says, I get your point. He says, I get your point, but how do you get past that emotional standpoint? How old are you? He is 18.
Okay.
He says, I just find it hard to talk to women my age because all they want to talk about is pointless. There's no depth in their conversation.
Okay, so to be honest, this is my personal opinion. I don't want nobody to get offended, but when you are dealing with women prior to, in some cases, up to 27, 28, there has not been a certain type of maturity there if they weren't raised a certain type of way. So you're going to get that regardless. If you look at a lot of the history, I'm going to use my grandparents, for example. My grandfather, 91, versus my grandmother, 74. It's actually more practical for a man to actually date a younger woman based on mature sense, if that makes sense to me. Me personally, I was always that one that I wanted, somebody older, because I'm like, where my maturity is, I want somebody that can match my level, this, that, and the other. However, as I got older, it started to show that older women were actually more difficult. Older women had a longer track record of not being able to keep men. So my response to that would be for you just to actually be patient. When it's all said and done, be on your purpose.
He's still young. He's 18.
Right, you're still young, you're 18 and everything like that. Establish yourself and all these other things will come.
He said, thank you for the advice. I might just stick with older women because these young ones don't have nothing to offer me. Next question was actually posted by Amber. She said, do you think it's a woman's job to please their men sexually?
Do I think is that towards me?
She don't like you.
Yeah, I know. I think, in my opinion, it goes both ways. A man should please his woman. A woman should please his man.
And in order to do that, we need honesty. So if he's not making you nut, don't lie and tell him he is. And vice versa. Because everybody can learn. If he ain't eating your pussy right, well, y'all can figure it out together. Don't lie. You got this man out here thinking he the best pussy eater in the world. And he can't lick a roach right. Or you say, oh, you can suck dick. And she get with the next nigga. And he like, what the fuck are you doing? Watch your teeth. So, you got, in order for that to even happen in order for that to even happen, you guys have to be honest with each other. To please each other sexually, you have to be honest with each other. You can't say you're pleasing somebody or you want someone to please you if you're not being honest. Like, you have to know what you want sexually as well. Because you can't expect somebody to please you if you don't know how to please yourself and you don't know what you want or what you like. Neither. It also goes with knowing yourself. Casey, you agree?
Yeah.
Sorry for the tone. I had a piece of chicken tender stuck in my throat, so I had to talk around that. Is there a role for everyone in a relationship? I definitely think so. I definitely think that everyone has a role to play in a relationship. Each dynamic is different. Not everyone's going to have the same role, and sometimes those roles reverse. It goes with life. Because, for instance, it's the man's role to be the provider, but what if that man gets in a bad accident or he's falling on hard times and he needs his woman to step up temporarily to hold shit down while he gets his shit together, or vice versa. So I really do believe that everyone does have a role, but it can change depending on life. Cause life will throw you some hard balls, man. That's why I feel like it's important to date someone. You don't really know someone until you've dated them through their seasons. And no, Brandon, dumbass, I ain't talking about the summer and spring. You stupid.
Damn.
No, he playing. He messing with me.
Not too much on Brandon.
He know we playing. See, he just said, I'm just messing with you. You have to know somebody when they're angry, when they're broke, when they have money, when they're sad, when they're depressed, when they're happy, when they're stressed. If you haven't dated someone through their seasons, you don't really know that person, to be honest, because everyone reacts differently to stress. Everyone reacts differently with anger. Everyone reacts differently with each emotion that we feel on a regular basis. And if you can't date someone through their seasons, I don't really feel like you know that person. So, I mean, I feel like everyone has a role. It's not always the same, and sometimes roles reverse, sometimes roles change. So I really think that it really just depends on life and what's getting thrown at you for the whole role thing, to be honest. Casey?
Oh, no, I agree.
Amber says that the man's role is to be a protector and a provider, and the woman's role is to take care of the house. Okay, Amber, I see you have these views. Let me get a little deep with you, baby. If you are saying that's the man's role and that's the woman's role, how do you exactly expect them to be equal? Because I've seen all your comments in the chat. We're all equal. We are equal. No one has higher value than the other. But here you are saying it's the man's role to provide. If we're equal, why isn't it the woman's role to provide? No one wants a house husband. Okay, so then can you say that one has more value than the other? Can you say that we are not all completely equal? Oh, so you want to sit home, and she's saying, I can sit home and not work, and I can sit home and not work, and it's his job to provide for me. Okay, well, if that's his job to provide, if you're not working, what are you doing in the house? Are you cleaning? Are you cooking? Are you doing that man's laundry? Are you sucking his dick when he wants it? Are you fucking him when he wants you to? Are you available to that man 24/7? She says, after taking care of the kids, which is a full-time job, no, I'm not about to have sex with you. And you can order yourself some food. Ooh. Amber, are you single?
I think she's trolling.
She may be. Amber is 45 and she's been married for 20 years.
That's good. Wow.
And is your marriage happy? Let your husband hop on.
Nah, he ain't do that.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Amber. Have you been cheated on in your marriage? She said, yes, he cheated on me in the past, once, with someone younger. But we've worked through that. And why do you think he cheated on you? Were you honestly doing everything that you can do in that relationship? Now, there's no excuse to cheat. I don't condone cheating. So do you still not cook? She says she still does not cook. She doesn't know how to cook. She orders out. And her husband cooks. So you want this man to work like a slave for the white man. Plus come home and clean and cook? What is your purpose? Besides taking up space. My purpose is to be a partner with my husband. She said, I do take care of the kids. I've raised his kids. Our kids are grown. But it is not my job to be his mother. It is not my job to be his caregiver. Casey?
Look, I'm going to let you handle that one. She don't like me. She ain't receiving that from me anyway.
Say it. According to her husband's listening with her.
My advice would be to go read Proverbs 31 and look at the virtuous woman. That's all I got. She says she's a Christian. And the Bible is under no private interpretation. It means what it means. So that's coming from the narcissist.
Amber says, I don't understand how you as a woman could agree to such manly outlooks. Ooh, listen, right is right and wrong is wrong. That is so selfish to sit there and expect your man or your partner to work for however many hours that they work